Do you know how complicated it is to maintain value when there's still a part of branding that says the way you show up is the way you be addressed? I'm like, well, if I show up in Keke Marua, should I reduce Kaffy in me? Does that mean I can't handle $1 billion project? Because I came in the Keke. Why some people say, why you come and say, oh, Kaffy, you won't come in? Hey, okay, Keke is what I carry. I can be on Okada today. Tomorrow I can, because at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to judge me if I decide to be in private jet every goddamn time. And the day I now go into Keke, I be like, say, money don't finish. Did it. So for me, this entire space of managing brands, managing money, managing profit, those aspects also plays a role in all of that, because you want to be able to represent why you are. You want to be able to maintain the face value that allows you to enter the rooms that should listen to your why. Right? Then you also want to make sure that there's enough inflow to maintain and sustain the vision enough to the point that when the people that hear your why, then they can help you carry your why to the how, when, what.
You know, a little bird tell me, say, transformation begin when your voice align with your truths. When you talk from a place of purpose, from a place of self-awareness, and from a place of growth. Wetin they talk, you know, go just be mere words. It go be powerful forces. We go transform the minds of anybody where they listen to you. Now, wetin make any time we will sit down, gidigba for Lahor talk. Wetin they talk, no be noise. We they tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Welcome to another exciting edition of Lahor Podcast. My name is Vic Riches, and as always, nobody me there now.
Yes, my name is Vivi Sasa. Welcome to Lahor Podcast. And the guest where we get today, now Bongeke see, her name is practically synonymous to dance, discipline, and breaking barriers in Africa. She's an award-winning dancer, choreographer, superstar, entrepreneur, and of course, wellness and fitness coach. Ladies and men to gent, please, with steez, composure, and demure, help us welcome Dr. Kaffy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was a very honorable introduction. I take it.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
love you. And
Thank
you
you.
look fantastic.
Thank you. It's the grace of God.
Yes, so because they say, I mean, black don't crack.
So we don't.
Epitome of that statement. Now, Dr.
Because I mean, with all the work you've done over the years, person go they think, you supposed don't they wrinkle like that, you know, age. But I mean, you still look sweet 16.
Because it's in the mind. Yeah, we age in the mind before the body. So the body speaks from where we are, really.
You see,
Wow.
you don't say that wellness.
If
don't
mentally now,
you know,
I
right.
talk, say, I no go old.
You will mature, but you won't be old. Because old age sounds like limitation. Maturity sounds like ascension. So it's two different things.
Doctor.
I don't know.
Doctor Kaffy, they whatever. You know, the elevators, don't they carry us.
No, but that's profound.
Yes, very profound. Tweet that. You think, say you don't get the flowers where you deserve for this industry where you did.
I would say, maybe if you asked me this kind of question like a few years back, I'll probably say people don't know the worth of who I am. But I think just maturing through life and all the things that I have seen, I would say that I tend a garden. And the flowers in them will continue to blossom as long as I tend the garden. So whether you give it to me or not, there's a garden and there are flowers always there. And I've come to appreciate the ones that I see, not just the one that I'm given. So whether people give it to me or not, it doesn't excuse the fact that glory still flows. You understand? There's still more to flow. So I feel sometimes underutilized based on the environment that I am. I feel that there's so much more that is within me. And I can blame the environment for not giving me the space to do certain things, but I still have own the responsibility to find a way through. It's like what I know they complain. Anywhere in day, go find a way through.
So,
Go create crack even where crack no day. Because when water is persistent, it creates a space for itself. So I feel that even if we want to say yes to an extent from a outside world, and for those probably who know the brand and know what I'm capable of, they'll be like, this woman, people they don't understand you. So there's a portion of people that have that sentiment that what we experience with you, people don't even know half of it. And it's another aspect that feels she's just overhyped. What is there, Seth? And there's an aspect that feels like she can be much more. And I think I'm in all of that. I can resonate with all of those aspects. So if you are at the party of she's done so much and people don't know that much about her, I will agree with you. If you are part of there's so much this woman can still do, can she see? I agree with you. And if you're part of she's overhyped, they're waiting there. I agree with you. Because all of you are right in your own way, but the real truth lies with the light inside of me and God. And that one is the one that, as long as I'm alive, we'll see this year. Once I'm gone, it will live after me. And that's the one we are looking forward to.
When did you get to this level of self-awareness and understanding who you are and what you should represent to the world? Have you always been like this?
I'll say yes. I have always been like this since I was a child. I'll say there's just this level of awareness I had for the space, the time and era that I was always kind of like a bit awake, more woke than where I was, but it doesn't mean that I was woke for everything in life, because life will still deal you its own blows. So sometimes people can say, you're so smart in this area, why would you? Because sometimes people think if you're intelligent in, let me give you like a picture. You might be very, very structured, intelligent, know how to make right decisions career-wise, but you might just be messy relationship-wise, right? And you might know how to take the right decisions when it comes to building, but you might be messy at marketing. You might, I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So in terms of I wasn't like every part of my life, I got it right. When you're talking about my awareness journey, some parts I've just woken up and I had to be stretched. And that stretch comes back to resonate deeply in who you are and how you show up. So sometimes career will crack and break a part of you, right? Your pursuit of becoming, of who you want to be. That I want to prove to the world that I am. And that creates and expands and extends a part of you, right? It will reveal a part of you. But there's always there's a place that will stop and another one will start for your growth to continue if you continue to seek it. So relationship will do its own part, and that will also stretch you to another extent. Then you now find out that at some point the two areas of expansion will meet at a confluence, at a place. And that place where they meet will create another eruption. And there's another level of growth there again. So I would say my level of awareness has been one phase after the other. The pursuit of becoming through my childhood and trying to be an African young lady, pursuing her dreams, all of that created a survival version of Kaffy that you all know. Then there's an ascended version of Kaffy that you are now beginning to experience, that relationships, navigating through life, motherhood, being divorced, and all of that has also created another level of awareness, because I've always wanted to be transformational in nature. I wanted my life to reflect the ability of humanity to be anything that they want to be excellently. So if that is my pursuit, God is going to put me through everything I need to go through to be able to stand rooted in that and speak for that space. So the awareness journey, scary, messy, tears sometimes, joy sometimes, frustration a lot of times, self-anger. It comes with a lot of all of that. But one thing about the ups and downs is what guarantees the fact that we are alive. Because if you flatline, you are dead. You know, if you go to the hospital surgery room, they have to make sure your heartbeat is going what? Up, down. That's a sign of what? Being alive.
Yeah.
And if we use that metaphorically to life, it's the same thing. Up and down doesn't mean life is against you. It means life is for you, because you need to be alive to feel up and down. But up and down is not usually at the same level. Yeah. So I might experience up and down here, but I can still be going up and down here. So the two levels of up and down are totally different.
A masterclass, man.
Honestly, Dr. Kaffy, you run multiple brands and programs. How do you balance profit and purpose, bearing in mind the economy of the country you are in right now? Has there ever been a time where we say money won over mission? Because you need to pay the bills, your employees.
For me, money has never won over the mission. Mission has always done more. And sometimes I always look at myself and say, did I come to this life to come and count bridge? Because sometimes I look at the capacity and the blessing and the grace, the name, the brand. And if I want to look at profitability, you can look at me from an analytical perspective. If you are a business development person, consultant, marketer, brand person, you can say, with this brand name, power, network, you can do this and make money, and this and make money. But I have always felt that money is a byproduct of essence, right? And what we call abundance and lack really is different for all of us. Sometimes I won't say try, it's hard to navigate your authentic self in a space that is very superficial, in a world that has sold wealth to only mean acquisition of certain things, flashing certain things. Wealth cannot be mostly not measured by just being peaceful and happy. You are even seen as boring and miserable, right? But if I want to prove that I'm happy, it's that I'm balling, that I'm in first class all the time, that I'm in a private jet, that I'm in, do you understand? I have cars, I have houses. And that's what the world sold to us as abundance and as wealth. But that is what has also created the most misery for all of us. So my perspective, which is why my brand is that brand, I never sold myself from that perspective. I know you guys have seen that my brand has grown so big. I have rolled with most of the most influential spaces, whether from economical perspective, entertainment-wise, name the different variety of industries that I have had opportunity to stand. I have stood firm as a leader amidst all of that. But I have never been measured for which car I drive come because of that. Even though we're in the world that measures you by that. Do you know how complicated it is to maintain value when there's still a part of branding that says the way you show up is the way you be addressed? I'm like, well, if I show up in Keke Marua, should that reduce Kaffy in me? Does that mean I can't handle $1 billion project? Because I came in the Keke. Why some people say, why Kaffy say, Kaffy, you won't come in? I feel okay, Keke is what I carry. I can be on Okada today. Tomorrow I can, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to judge me if I decide to be in private jet every goddamn time. Then the day I not go into Keke, I say, money don't finish. Did it. So for me, this entire space of managing brands, managing money, managing profit, those aspects also plays a role in all of that. Because you want to be able to represent why you are. You want to be able to maintain the face value that allows you to enter the rooms that should listen to your why. Right? Then you also want to make sure that there's enough inflow to maintain and sustain the vision enough to the point that when the people that hear your why, then they can help you carry your why to the how, when, what.
Want it to be.
That process is a repetitive cycle that keeps continuing. You have to keep nurturing it. How we all nurture it, this industry differs from one another. So when you say, how do I balance it? There's no balance. There's showing up. Sometimes the scale tilts against profit. Sometimes the scale tilts towards profit. Sometimes the scale tilts more for showing up for humanity. Sometimes the scale tilts back to remembering who you are and show up for yourself. So this is it. It's like this. You are in a steady space of trying to keep the equilibrium. And when you're trying to keep, yes. So in the space of keeping equilibrium, just like when we, as a fitness person, you put the body under some certain kind of stress, as you are putting it under stress on different angles, it develops capacity. So that capacity allows the expansion occur. then what you see from the outside looks like she got it together. It's not that I got it together. It's I'm stringing it along. Because I've grown experience to know not to loop the wrong strings, or to know when to cut off the wrong strings, or to let loose of some strings that I can pull them back in later. So it's a constant weaving in and weaving out. But the experience you get along the way are tools and ingredients that allow that soup may not too sour, may salt not too spoiler, may not too hot, may not burn. So I don't think there's anybody that gives you, because I listen to podcasts, I listen to self-help, I read self-help books, I've listened to hundreds and countless. I've been part of a lot of self-development courses, coaching courses. Everybody seems to have a kind of blueprint. There is no overall universal blueprint to life. You have to create your blueprint. Yours might be a green print. Another person can be a pink print. Another person might be a purple print. It's just that because we are a reflection of one another, my blueprint can work for your journey for a moment, but you might have to drop that blueprint at some point and pick his pink print. And at some point, that pink print can work to a level, and maybe you need to come back to my blueprint to move on. So it's that constant thing. Do you know why? Because God is vast and we are God within ourselves. So if you can't limit God, how can you limit the creation of God that God said He is like Him in His image and likeness? So to answer that question again, there is no
balance.
How? The balance is in the process. It's in the showing up daily. It's in the taking the hit. And it's in the relaxing when you should. It's all in all.
It's interesting that you're saying this, Dr. Kaffy, especially as you rightly mentioned, we live in a very superficial world. That's what is accepted. If you're now in the creative space or you do entertainment, it's even more terrible there because there's classism existing in there. And young people, from young artists or young actors, young creatives, the mindsets, they don't sell and say, you have to fake it so you can make it. So that's the ideology I come into an industry. Oh, if I'm going to see anybody, I need to hire a car, even if I don't have one. I need to wear designers, even if I don't have one.
Yeah.
And it leads to that destruction.
The problem is that they are not wrong. The problem is that they do need that car. The problem is that there's a part of the industry that will wash them if they don't show up in that way. There's a mindset that allows that is right about why the person had to take those steps. Okay, like me, for instance, I'm already Kaffy. I don't think I need anything to validate the essence of who I am. But there's some level of expectation. There's a way I will roll in now. People are not Kaffy now. I enter with Rolls Royce now. You're not going to doubt. You're not going to say, you should do blood money.
Right.
Because of who I am, you take it. If I came in a Toyota beat down Camry, the only thing that will make you guys still maintain respect for me is because you have absorbed the respect for my brand beyond what I come in. It is me that you want to. It is me that is the thing. But there's still a place that I go to. Before they see me, sometimes we are in that situation whereby maybe there's no vehicle and I'm caught up with I have to take an Uber. And when you take an Uber, sometimes you don't even know the car. You can put Uber X plus superlative and they still come with something else. And I have to go to an event with that. From the gate, without seeing who is inside, the security guy already is already like condescending.
Judging you.
Not me, Seth. He has judged the arrival of whatever came. He has judged the driver. He has judged the car. In fact, his entire tone was ready to speak to that person, whoever it is, in a certain manner. Whereas the car that precedes us, maybe it's a Jeep, it's already sa. Even if now Amroba, the inside, sa. It's already preset for the vehicle. Then the people in the smaller vehicle, there's already where you want. Why you are disturbing me? You are a problem. Do you understand? You already have that mentality preset. That when I go in, that maybe for one reason or the other, the person looks in and says, how come they were there inside this motor? Then the atmosphere would not have to change. Whereas that one adjusted because he now understood the value of what brought me. I mean, that I came realize. Some people, in fact, that now gives some people opportunity to now be disrespectful. Who they inside? And Kaffy they say, how we want to take no now? This is the kind of way you get it, and you come down, and the person, and from there, even the way you are dressed, the way you understand. Let's say another celebrity comes just after you, and they came in a big car. There's already a shift in how you are. You understand? It doesn't happen to me a lot, but I'm saying it's something that I've also experienced. I have seen it happen a lot of time. It's the mentality out there. It's the pressure. That's why I am grounded. I'm not sent. I am much grounded at that. I'm human enough to feel it sometimes, but I'm grounded enough to know it doesn't define me, right? But how many young people have the opportunity to quickly anchor themselves and not allow that, define their self-worth because it positions them and it pressures them to now look for the next thing they need to do. They're not going to go desperate. They're not going to go out of pocket, out of character, out of need and survival. They now have to. That's where you see the boundaries that are pushed to satisfy all of these illusions, right? Because it's an illusion. There's a place where the illusion will catch up with you because the reality of the industry is still there. There's a standard you still need to show up with. There's an excellence that is still expected of you. Whether you're an actor, creative, content creator, whatever it is that you are right now, there's a steady pressure for you to deliver regardless of how you created the fantasy of your brand. It still remains perception and illusion because when reality catches up to it, it now loses its mystery. So to keep yourself from being demystified and brought to that level where you do not want to, there's a level of authenticity that you need to kind of like pour in the mix. So as much as I also not derep my brand, I also tell my team, make sure this kind of vehicle is available, make sure my room is this, there's a standard to my hospitality rider and all of that. I won't ask for that. If I want to go out for international gigs, there are demands that I will ask for. Business class, sometimes we only support people. We have to take economy class because tickets are expensive. From the inflation of our country, it is mind-blowing and boggling that an average, let me say, vision that has been surviving for 10 years, inflation meets it, and the person needs to still continue that vision. And you that have been part of it, maybe you have always been part of it and you've been doing business class with them, you realize that the same money they used to pay for business class is what the economy is right now. And I have to force that person to say, do business class for me because, do you understand? How am I supporting the vision? But am I also... How does that also affect my brand? Because some people can't do it, not because they are wicked. My brand, I can do it, and nobody's going to meet me in the plane and say, wow, so you are here. Instead, I have oh my God, I'm sitting beside you. I like it. And we have a beautiful, so you can see that there's a difference between how the brand identity can survive through different things without it being mistook for your brand essence. So I don't identify the core essence of my brand with what superficial value I'm surrounded by. So that's why I wouldn't be easily judged from there. So I would advise young people, try and keep your authenticity as much as you know that you require certain things that the industry needs to just help portray your worthiness. Don't get caught up in the other side too much. Because it's not sustainable. It's not be every day you will get the money to do it.
It's not sustainable.
No, it's not.
Doc, you've mentored so many people. But I want to know who has mentored you, especially at your lowest times, because it's so important to have mentors because they see ahead, they give wise counsel. Who don't mentor you as a person?
Who don't mentor me? I don't get person where I would say sat down to mentor because now me they always seek light. Whenever situations happen to me in life, the first person I point to is myself. So, which is sometimes can be very bad because it puts you in a lot of self-criticism and self-judgment. But it also allows me to self-reflect and seek for the answer to, okay, how can I show up better? Even though the situation doesn't mean I necessarily I'm the one who caused it. But I would say for me to find myself in it, something about me attracted that situation and God needed me to learn that lesson. But to learn the lesson, sometimes you are not able to break and analyze it properly without the outside eye of a third party. So through my spiritual journey, I had people that I watched read or spoke to. So people like in my spiritual journey, my divorce and my healing journey, I spoke to people like Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo that was helping me understand the whole dynamics of interpersonal relationship between man and woman, the divine essence of it. I listened to, and I can call him a mentor of my mind, Miles Monroe, a lot, right? So it's as if also when you talk to God, and you ask for light, he will also point to you, almost like a dialogue. Yeah, go here. Listen here. Go here. Listen there. So there was a time, it was Pastor Kingsley, and he started breaking my eye, all the small color in my eye, first drop through him, then Miles Monroe, then T.D. Jakes, you understand? Then Stephen Fortick. All these ones are through my spiritual journey. Do you get what I'm saying? Then Stephen Fortick. Then before I knew it, and I started expanding my horizon more about spirituality, not just from a religious perspective. I started listening to the Buddhists, the monks. I started understanding the law of detachment. Okay, how do we not carry this world too much for head? There are some things that. So that is like an entire journey of being down, listening to people like Carl Jung, reading books like Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh, and I also now join groups. I was also mentored in a group. There's a company called the Discovery Center, and it was championed by Mfon Epo. And there is where they kind of like remove the limiting beliefs in your mind and allow you to access the wealth that this world has for you. And what are the things that are blocking it? Whether it is relationship blocking it, whether it is childhood trauma blocking it, whether it is even just trauma that you are going through in life that you don't know how to navigate, that you thought you healed from, but energetically are causing blocks. They're working underneath. They are like engines running underneath you in your subconscious mind. But no matter what you do in the conscious mind, it's the subconscious mind is running the show. So if your subconscious mind is saying that if too much money come now, it's going to cost me insecurity, or I feel go die, they feel can't shoot me. You are going to be manifesting scenarios whereby money will not come in a certain amount because subconsciously you are afraid of too much money. Or maybe you have a childhood trauma of something about money in your family that keeps going, and you're just afraid that, okay, mommy and daddy fights the most when there's money in the house. When daddy comes back, maybe the end of the month when he receives salary is a time where everybody's supposed to be happy, but that's the time Popsy is most abusive. You might grow up as a child just being afraid of plenty money. And that is reading underneath. But you, as a conscious adult, you'll be wondering, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Why money no come? So at the Discovery Center, I was able to dig deep to understand certain elements, how I was enabling it, either consciously or unconsciously, how to start redirect some of the habits that I had or patterns that has played out in my life to identify it. That really did a lot for me. You understand? And I also get once in a while prayer and guide, like a community. I have a lot of top spiritual leaders and mentorship coaches like Larry Olushola. I did coaching calls with them. I also did some certification course to also, because since I wanted to be a transformational coach, I had to also start taking courses myself to understand how to also help other people. So Larry Olushola also helped break another major barrier. Then Mr. Sam Adeyemi, is it Pastor Sam Adeyemi? Pastor Sam Adeyemi. I listen to those leadership people. You understand them. Mami Awoshika. So these are people that have not mentored me directly, but because I'm a seeker of knowledge, I spread myself both globally and even locally. Yeah. I reach out to all of them, and I think the greatest mentor of me has been God, and through myself, because I am very self-adaptable person. I can self-regulate, I can self-motivate, I can self-teach. I know how to put myself in school and run myself through lessons, go through the exams, flog myself, and show up. So here
that's amazing. Dr. Kaffy, you see all that you've shared now, it's the profound truth. Two things I've gotten since our conversation started. You speak highly of your spirituality. Second thing, you're also driven by knowledge. And as a person, waiting me, I don't realize when there is knowledge and there's spirituality, there's always going to be contracts. You know why? You start to question literally every and anything.
Yes.
And that's what we see with the likes of the 80s.
Yes.
They've come to the pinnacle of knowledge in their defense, such that there's certain things you tell them about spirituality that it doesn't make logical sense to me.
Yeah.
So I know if you accept them. As someone who is trying to strike that balance, maintaining your loyalty to your creator and also garnering knowledge, have you come to a point where you question certain belief system in Christianity and you're like, something isn't right here?
I don't question the belief that is a creator, that is God. I don't question Christianity, neither do I question Islam I question humans who drive the narrative for these beliefs. If there's anything wrong, there's nothing wrong in how we want to worship God. There's nothing wrong with how anybody feels that they can connect divinely to the Creator. I have expanded knowledge enough to know that what drives the miracles of who we are and what we experience in life is one thing and one thing only: your core belief. Even Christ could not manifest any miracle without faith. Now, what is faith? Faith is your certainty of a situation occurring because you are a creator yourself, because the Creator said you are. And the only way you create something is from nothing. So that means that the thing has existed somewhere for it to manifest where you are. So creation is always ongoing. And what stops creation is the idea that it can't be created. As simple as that, those lines I just said, it is the biggest problem we're all facing. And ego plays a lot of roles in all of this. The only reason why I want to be right so that you are wrong, or my need to be right is only when you are wrong, is the problem. Why can't we all be right? Why can't it all be right? Why is Islam wrong and Christianity right? And Christianity wrong and Islam right? But everybody claims that love is all we preach. If love is all that we preach, then love should be the constant through any denomination, tribalism, political differences, agendarism, socialism, feminism, machoism, patriarchism, whatever isms exist. If love stands above it, then we can see each other for who we are without judgment. Ego brings judgment. I have judged. And every day I will always judge, because the idea of separation will always want that. I want to be different from you. I want to be higher. Even in church, we see some people will be, we are D. And some people are, they are D. That is church. But is it church that is the problem? Is it Christ that is the problem? Or is the humans in it that is the problem? So the problem is not in Buddhism, in Hinduism, Hinduism, or Deism. The problem is the people practicing it. We are the problem. You understand what I'm saying? I embody Christ-likeness. I read the Bible not to worship Christ, but to embody what Christ came to speak. And Christ said, be like me. I am here to mirror who you are. Because even the one way I do, you can do more. But we cannot. Christ is a template, but not the benchmark, because he's telling us we can do more. But we have made Christ the bottle, the container, and we don't want anything to fill up more than Christ, because it feels like we have reduced Christ the moment we say we can be more than Christ. Where Christ himself say, what is in you is more than what you are seeing. In fact, I came to show you what you are, because you can greater the things that you can even do. So I am here to give you a glimpse of what it is that we are supposed to embody Christ-likeness. But even Christians are not Christ-like. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So when you say battle between spirituality and knowledge, no. Spirituality should connect you back to light, to love. If your spirituality is not taking you to love, you are not yet there. you are still on the journey, because I'm not going to judge you that you will never get there. You are wrong. And there's no wrong. There's no right. And let me tell you something. I always say this. Just because you have negative emotions, negative experiences, does not mean they are evil or bad. In quote, when we say bad, we have good and bad.
They are from village people.
Yeah, the thing is this. We should stop and we should learn. And I thank God for podcasts like this now that is coming out more. That there's a lot of bad experiences that has helped me shape the better versions of me. If I did not go through certain roughness, challenges, or even my divorce, for instance, has taught me much more about life, about understanding how to relate to my fellow brother here than anything else. If I had not gone through it, I would not realize how important it is for me to understand, first of all, the value of singleness, why we need singleness in our lives, why we need to be whole and not expecting another human being to complete us, while both of you coming in the marriage are the same. You are both coming for something. And you're trying to survive through something. You're both trying to heal something, run away for something, and need something, right? I wouldn't know all of that if I didn't go through that space. If I didn't go through betrayal, I would not understand the value of my self-trust, my self-worth. If I don't go through disrespect, I will not know how to respect myself. So everything I mentioned are negative experiences, but they have had positive impact on my life because I choose to do, because life is what you define it as. I choose to see it as a lesson, not a curse, not why life do me like this. We are human. We always have the moment of why life do me like this. Why is this me? But life happens for you. And if that is the definition you take, that is what it will manifest as, because I am creating every day. I am creating. As I'm talking to you now, I'm creating. Whatever I speak here is what I'm born to the world. It's captured, and globally people are going to hear that. Do you understand? So I also need to be careful of what I utter, because I utter from the light within me. I utter from my place of belief, from my place of understanding. And tomorrow I might come and I have a different perspective of whatever I've spoken about here today. It doesn't mean that I was wrong today and I was righter tomorrow. It's just because of where I am today. This is the knowledge I have. That's why sometimes when people bash some pastor, they say, the pastor wait to say, they do this. He don't come change maths now. He grew. Why bottle him up? Why put him in a container to say, this is the cap for behavioral of pastor? But he's human. He's going to have a human experience. He's going to flop. He's going to fall. He's going to rise. But if he continues to pursue God, he will continue to, I don't know what rise again. We just need to be careful. But we also need to, in the space of this carefulness, because too much carefulness will never allow you to experience things properly, allow it happen. I've had friends who have gone into atheism and come back and say, Father, God arrested them back. It's a journey. If anybody tells me I am Babalawo today, no, as long as you're not killing people, you're not doing, like I said, as long as you are pursuing it with love. Why is it that the Bible said that it is easier for the camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man? Or why they said our righteousness is but a filthy rag? Because certain things don't count when you don't have love. You can be righteous, but what about love? What about humanity? But does love also mean you enable evil? No. Does love mean you should condone it? No. Even the proverb says that if you sit amongst the scornful, you are practically the same. So meaning that there are rules, guide, and regulations for how we show up as humanity, but it's a space where we allow each other have a human experience while we are doing that. Spirituality is not against knowledge, neither knowledge is against spirituality. It's just that one opens the other one yash. That's what there's always just a yash opening situation always happening. The more you dig, the more you find. Are you ready for every level of knowledge you find? That is another problem. Some people even get what they call ego trip in spirituality, where you feel superior from other people because you just feel that you're now awakened. There's a moment where the awakeness creates an ego too, because you feel that the world don't know nothing. I know all. You all are asleep, but I am awake. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a time for all of this. I don't know if that helps a little bit, but for me, it
does. Yeah. Okay, so from you said online that men are not open to dating single women. because I don't know.
Exactly, because that version is I have been misquoted. That's a misquote. But
Okay, so what's your take on men not wanting to marry or date single women? Do you think
single women or single mothers?
Single mothers. Yes.
Okay.
Is it because of maybe women being successful, or the kind of audacious, or they're so audacious these days, or what do you think?
First of all, I think this entire conversation line is one of the most complex lines ever, and no amount of podcasts put together can help narrate the complexity of human behavior. Very crazy. Because for every type and archetype of what you've mentioned, there is a good outcome, there's a bad outcome, and there's an ugly outcome to prove its existence out there. There's a general ideology of, I want to marry everything, I want to be fresh. Let it be who I am. I started my own from beginning. The woman must not have married before. The man must not have married before. There's a narrative that, validates why that person wants to choose that. And there's another narrative that also shows that it doesn't always end up right. So, however, whatever box we open, we're also always going to find something right about it. My problem with how we sometimes speak to this, and that's why I'm now very careful on saying I want to stand in a particular stand. I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for my life, my desires, and the people who I can see have gotten it right, that look like me. I have seen many single mothers of 2, 3. I know one of 5, and she married a man that's not gotten married, doesn't have children anywhere. And he's like, you know what? I love her so much that her 5 children are enough for us, even if she can't have another. There are some places that is custom and tradition that is even messing some people up. I love her. She looks like the woman that can help me be who I am. But family, culture, perception, in our culture, we can't marry an older woman, divorced woman, and woman that has children. So your culture condemned my entire human essence. Culture did that. But I might just be the perfect woman because I've gone through the work. I have done the work. I know how to be what I am. And we all have allowed life socially to create blueprints that God did not write. Do you understand? The reason why you're on earth is not for marriage. Even though marriage can create nuclear reaction to your essence, meaning for you to be the best version of yourself, the way God wants you on earth, your mission and everything. God is not sentimental about you having kids, it's you. Whether you have children or not, based on God's standard for your life, it has no essence to your legacy. What has an essence to your legacy is marrying the right woman that will complement that, for God to see that man manifest himself in the world, because he's more focused about who he wants you to be for why he sent you here than all the things you're acquiring. It was one pastor, I forgot, it's a major pastor. He said something to me and my sister one day, and a friend of ours was even there, and he said something, he said, don't marry for children, beauty, age, look. Marry for your essence, marry for alignment, marry for vision, marry for purpose. Because when all those things fall out, when the breast sags, when the man cannot raise again, when the children leave or die, when your spouse leave or die, what is left is the essence of why you are on earth. But society and the world, we have been programmed to believe that our worthiness, that is another problem that is happening to men and women, our self-worth has been customarily programmed to be measured thoroughly by the acquisition of children, the wife, and what. That's why some men are not loving like that. They are marrying the program. The program of, okay, the girl needs to be, okay, let her make sure they walk, make sure she have a womb, if he produce. You are not saying, make sure she's human, make sure she loves, make sure my essence, my spiritual guide, my essence of my life, why I'm on this earth, the legacy of the light after me, make sure this woman can incubate it, carry it, and move it forward. No, that is something that they now figure out inside the marriage. After 5 or 10 years, they now say, we have irreconcilable differences. No, you have irreconcilable programming.
From the start.
I was part of that programming. I felt, no matter how much I become any Kaffy in this world, there's a man that I have to bow to. And do you get what I'm saying? I pedestaled marriage even above God, because I felt God is, you understand? I put marriage so much that I shrink my crown for a relationship. I shrink my essence for the idea of a man. And I had to question myself. As I asked God, I said, why am I on this earth? Is it for this? Why am I going through that? Your soul will not be at rest. Your soul cannot be happy. You might be happy superficially. That's because probably you have created an essence around yourself that you are okay. Some people will die okay with superficial programming. Some people have pride. Some people come on podcast and tell you, a man is the blessing of the life of a woman. A normal woman will come and tell you, the woman needs to know who our Lord and Savior is the man. And some men will be like, the only thing that saved my life was my wife. I thank God for finding a soul that matches mine. You understand? Another person will say, if you don't wake up at 4 a.m. to pound yam for that man, you have not started people. So those values, it's not God that put it there. The values that God has asked us to do that, look, there are 2 entities that I created, male and female. They both have distinctive assignments, and they both have to complement each other for each other, but for me and the purpose of their existence on earth. There must always be a captain to steer the ship, and there must be a ship to steer, but there's also a navigation system. The navigation system comes from an intuition and wisdom of the feminine, which is why God put the woman there to complement the man. We need to understand our roles instead of fighting each other for it. Understand it so we can be better for it and seek it better in another human being. Not seeking womb factory, not seeking the man that will pay only bills, not seeking the woman that will suffer to prove that you are a loved man, or seeking a man that will love you into your beauty and your grace. Every human being individually should be responsible for their personal growth and oneness. They said 2 become 1. They didn't say half came. 2 whole humans. A lot of us are not whole. We go into relationship to find wholeness, which is not bad. But are we both aware we are seeking wholeness, or have we projected our wholeness onto the other person and hoping that they manifest ourselves for us through another human being you did not create? So if we go on this gender war situation of single man, so I am a single mother for a reason. And I have 2 amazing children. It's a blessing to be a mom. Being a mom has opened another chapter of my life that I never thought would be. The labels of the world say I'm a single mother. The label of God say I'm an essence that carry the womb of nature, produced 2 other souls that are going to do their own path. That is how I choose to be defined. And the man that will walk that path with me, that my queenness is meant for, my intelligence, my growth, my breaking is meant for, is out there. Whether it's going to be out there as a husband, or it's going to be out there as you guys, tapping from what it is that my broken has produced. It's up to God. But also, it doesn't mean I don't desire marriage, or I'm not going to pray that I meet that.
Because I was going to ask,
blessed man again. No, I'm not anti it, but I've moved away from the energy, the desperation energy of it. Because the desperate energy of it, the energy of, okay, if I get this, maybe it now means I'm this or that. That I'm also away from the victimhood of it, or even the way I've had to internalize how people perceive, because there's a perception in Africa. Once you are married and you have children, there's a way you are looked at, there's a way you are seen. It's a lot and all of that. But you need to be rooted in yourself, understand yourself, and know that there's a like mind out there.
Yeah.
There's a man too that is divorced too. That's probably looking for
Companionship.
And some people say, yeah, they find young. I know they find young. I'm youthful in nature. I've only dated or had opportunity to have a relationship with men that are either younger or about the same age. I have never been with anybody older, not because I seek it, but because that's the energy I attract. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for somebody to say that I will not go and look for an older man because that is the archetype of what it might accept me, is also limiting what God can do. Because everybody looks for different things. I will attract an awakened man in every aspect of what it is that I desire. The youthfulness will be there. And if it comes in a younger person, but mature enough to embrace what I am for him, and that I am also grown enough to submit to him regardless of age, that kind of man is out there. And even if it's an older man, there are younger men that have had 2-3 kids too. That started early. I don't have friends that by 17 they already have. They don't give woman belly. They don't turn father of 3, father of 4. Do you understand? We have those cases in both male and female. I just feel that sometimes when we talk about this gender thing, some sides are more promoted than the other. It doesn't mean the other sides don't exist. So I hope that helps.
Yeah,
that's profound. There's no way we're going to end this conversation without talking about the Guinness World Record.
Come on.
Because
that was a glass-shattering moment.
I'm telling
glass
you.
ceiling.
And for someone who championed that for dance, the first Nigerian to do that for dance, seeing the recent wave, because there's a pandemic in town. There's a serious pandemic in town. You wake up every day, somebody is, it's great. You're dreaming big, you want to chase something, but it's now looking like, one, there's no preparation to it. Secondly, anything at all, no matter how obscene or moral decaying it may come off. I'm sure you saw the lady who wanted to chase marathon in the bedroom. So, for someone who has done that, been that, and is out of it, seeing this wave, how do you react to it?
Anything I say now sound like I'm trying to be philosophical and deep. The bigger problem is that people need validation. We're in an environment that doesn't really help us see our worth. We don't encourage it. We don't nurture worthiness. We glorify, worship, ready-made, whatever way it is made, personas. That's the reason why you come out from Big Brother Nigeria and you are just a celebrity. The idea of celebrity does not have substance again. It's just about popularity and numbers you can pull in. And there are systems that are feeding off that. So if the companies are feeding off that, if the systems that help the industry function are feeding off that, then you now start having what they call superficial incubation of influencers and celebrities. So everybody looks for attention, and attention creates influence, right? Even if the influence is not ready to be able to give the attention. Because that's why some of them go through mental breakdown and all that, because they are not ready for, even we famous organically of social media era. It's not easy to be famous. And it's not everybody that is famous that is a good person or a great person. And it's not every great or good person that is famous. The fact that especially in Africa, once somebody is popular, we think they are good. We automatically create this moral compass, high moral grounds, high everything. We just believe that they are fantastic human beings. They might be demons also battling their own lives, but just got an opportunity to be in front of a camera, which you glorified and made popular, virality. That's the world they were in it. The pursuit of Guinness Record is not different from that. It's not different from the pursuit of Big Brother Nigeria. You see the amount of people that are lining up. People now believe that if I can just enter Big Brother Nigeria, at least I don't make up.
I don't blow.
Look at, that is to tell you our nation is seeking systems that can guarantee opportunities. Not necessarily that those people are bad for going there. It's the lack of enough systems to say, if we go through here, when we come out on the other side, there's a guarantee of something. Because where are we? How many people they enter house? Please tell me, remind me again. How many people they enter that Big Brother house?
20. This last one, like 29.
20. Okay, before like I'm like 18, 20. 20 people. How many people they register, audition?
Thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Maybe millions in terms of registration.
Yeah.
Then
Online.
the people that will now come are hundreds of thousands, right? Look at that, millions, hundreds of thousands for only 20. Then out of that 20, only one. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, does that look like a system that the world should depend itself on? Even give a goodness of record, how many records can have a Hilda Basi effect amongst all that want to attempt?
True.
How many? That means it's not a sustainable thing for young people to plan. An institution is sustainable. There's a come out from Great Ife, and there was a time that if you come out from OAU, you are most likely considered. There's some top university that they'll list that when they look for job search, your name is, they are ready to hire you because there's excellent. There's a system, meaning 100,000 people enter school, thousands are graduating. From the times that are graduating, because of the system and structure of that system, the name of the school alone creates a level of entry for you by attending, even if now lower class you come out, not talk of upper class. What level entry are we getting outside going to Big Brother Nigeria audition alone, or attempting a Guinness World Record? Guinness World Record you're making them famous. They're giving you opportunity, but the opportunity is crafted by you more than them. If you don't have anything you're doing with it, nothing is going to happen after that. Then you now suffer the pressure of, I can't go blow now. I can't blow I was empty. I blow, but nothing was inside to blow up off. I don't know if you guys are understanding.
Yeah.
So for me,
100.
I'm not going to attack Guinness World Record attempts. I'm not going to attack Big Brother. I'm going to attack the fact that our nation needs to wake up and realize that there's a loud cry for systems and institutions. And that's why I am one. And I'm creating systems to try and see how, if I've been able to guarantee a young person working 2-3 months with me that is talented, and I have more guarantee than university to provide income for them, then I need to create a system around that. No dancer that has worked with me, no young person has worked with me that has not earned to a point starting salary of 20,000 naira per gig for showing up for 3 to 5 minutes, and you have to 4 to 5 of that in a month, you already surpassed the national minimum wage just by that. As an average dancer, to Sabi, then the ones who Sabi don't, they collect 150K, 200K per gig now. So why shouldn't I create a system about that? Why shouldn't I be telling parents that instead of your child wasting 4 years in university, another 2 years in strike, another 5 years for work that we are not sure, and start a base salary of 30K, is it not better you enroll that child in my institution where there is an industry they can serve, and they can start, if they don't even sabi at all, with as little as 20K per gig to as high as 150K, and also as a choreographer, that means if you're even a leader in the segment or in the dance industry, you can get up to 2 million, 1.5 million for coordinating your fellow dancers. And this is still on average level, not to talk of people that have actually done the work and have shown enough repertoire for them to be able to say, I can collect 5 million per gig or 10 million per gig. This is what we are talking about. The government, the people should support systems. More systems, less pressure, less Guinness World Record, and more records to be broken by the country for the things that we really do have than the things that we are seeking for somebody else to validate us.
Right.
Right.
Right. Okay.
We have to go.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, just
As he love it. We have to. Okay.
I'm loaded now.
You are.
I'm saying.
You are.
Oh, so depending on which anywhere I'm going, you won't go now.
I told you. It's nothing you cannot do.
Yeah, I can talk about everything. One of us go there, I go there. One of us,
I know.
it's me, because I am.
Come on now.
Okay, so for me, the final question for me is, when you talk Dr. Kaffy.
You know what? I'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Ask a question, but I'll wrap it up.
Dr. Kaffy is synonymous to dance. The choreography that I know, maybe say I spend nights to try to, repeat, would have to be Alingo.
Oh,
My
shit.
goodness. That Alingo dance video for P Square was amazing.
Right.
And you've done so many other choreographies, What's your take on their separation? Did he break you? What did he, because I know, you're close to them.
Well, first of all, this question just like it's two different parts. There's a Dr. Kaffy that work with P-Square and there's a P-Square situation. I cannot speak on both of them. You understand? It's not my space to speak on that. It breaks everybody's heart to see anything that was good break. But sometimes break can be good or can be bad, but they will find their way. It's God's, this is everything, they said everything happens together for our good. So with the online and outside judges should just calm down and let them have their human experience.
Right.
We all also don't always, all of us don't have good times with our brothers and sisters sometimes. And there are people out there that are worse than P-Square right now. Worst when it comes to families. So we all know that family dynamics can happen in different ways. Just because their own is popular doesn't mean that we don't have it happening in our neighborhood or somewhere. So I would say let them be. Let their human experience be thorough, and let's not also be selfish because we consumed something because of their union, because we still want to consume that. We don't know how that consumed them. Do you understand? So let them just be. And as for Lingo, I did not choreograph that personally because I was not in the country. I came to just support and help with the back end of the production at the video shoot because we're part of the team already.
Yeah.
So I have a co-choreographer there, Don Flex. So he choreographed it while I was away. But by the time I came back, I just joined in to make sure that everything was looking good. Dancers were up and energetic. But other projects, like you said, yes, I am directly involved with that in terms of choreography. So just to clean it. So big ups to Don Flex for that particular one. Thank you very much. What's your last question?
My no question, BC. If I see you, I don't call you Dr. Kaffy, go on me.
Oh, you're talking about that thing.
Yeah.
No. Just to speak on
I'm
that,
just teasing.
I know you're teasing. Just to speak on that is because we have a culture of respect in Africa. And because we culturally hold respect high, is also the way we also react to people, or especially women in certain spaces. So because I'm a dancer and the general perception still looks like you are under. And I have risen and I've done my work and I have been honored by the academia that people go and get their doctorate from twice. That means something. I only allow the doctor tag, especially from a professional setting, also to create that help people to navigate that idea that because I'm a dancer, you can speak to me anyhow, or because I'm a woman. So those two things are fighting me. The dancer, even your fellow woman, even in corporate or whatever, just because you come in as Kaffy the dancer, there's a way but once you say Dr. Kaffy, it automatically creates a boundary. An automatic bridge is there. So why would I not emphasize that it should be there if it protects my essence, right? Because of where I am. In some other parts of the world, they call me Kaffy, whatever, but their energy, their spirit already respects me for who I am. So I don't need to enforce it. But in Africa, you and I know that the moment, even other brother, sister, if you come out for in front of your name, they already start, even subconsciously disrespect you without knowing. Because they call you Brother Shola before, but because they don't call me Shole. That call me Shole where you talk now, there's an energetic change of how they'll start to relate with you. Where some people can maintain that's still brother, but I'm still calling him Shole, but I will still engage him from that respect. Yeah. In Africa, we generally, some people do, but we generally don't have that. So because of that see-finish energy, and also because of a sexualized entertainment industry with a lot of patriarchal behavior, I will stand on my ground to say, professionally, let's address ourselves that way.
Okay, Doc.
Dr. Kaffy.
Thank you.
It is.
And that's on periods.
Clock it.
Well, it's been quite an episode. To be honest, me, I don't want me end.
No, we guys get back.
See, this well, continue to draw. Water no go finish.
No.
And you know where it comes from? Soaking yourself deep into knowledge. That's it. Because even me like this now, school I come.
Yes, sir.
And the reason we call Dr. Kaffy, she want me, she school all of us. You say you don't learn. And for that comment session, you deserve to talk with you don't learn. So me say I go learn from you. I be no be so baby.
But before we even go to all of that, we want to say thank you so much, Dr. Kaffy, for gracing our chair and just, just talking it with so much clarity. Because there's nobody where go watch this podcast, we no go learn anything.
Thank you.
understand?
Thank you very much, Lahore. And I also want to give a gift to you guys and to your audience. So I'm going to send 5 of my books to Allah Jota to you. It's a story that will also help inspire people, and I'm working on my 2nd and 3rd book. So
Let's go.
Right. And I don't know if it's okay to also speak about a transformational program I'm doing. It's called Transform Her 100. It's for women. I know guys don't say why I not do your own. But let me start with the gender way we understand ourselves so that we can show up better.
Thank
I
you.
feel that when women are healed, we can do better. We can show up better for ourselves, for our sons, for our men, for our society. And I feel that we overwork and we have adopted this suffer culture that if we only suffer to show worthiness and if we suffer for love is when people go love us back. No, you deserve to be taken care of. Let me take care of you. 100 days is just $1 a day. Top coaches around the world. It's virtual. Please sign up and let the miracle speak for itself after 100 days. So I am going to give you a free pass so that you can experience it. Do you understand?
Thank you.
And you also let me know one woman, sister, colleague that you like to be on top. I will give you guys free vouchers to be able to log in. Let them have the experience. 5 books, 2 for you and 3 for you guys at the comment section. Love you guys. Thank you.
Amazing. Anytime we'll sit down for sessions on Lahor Talk Podcast, just be like, say, I enroll for school again.
As if make we no go.
Guy, Dr. Kaffy don't school us. And as I go always tell you now one thing to hear waiting we don't talk. Now another thing to put into practice waiting you don't hear. Because now those constant and daily practice will give you the results where you define. I've been no be so bad.
Nah, so
And we won't hear what you don't learn for our social media platforms. That's how we go know, say this school where you come. You write something, it enter your head, and you self get questions. So ask that question for where?
ask them or make you know repeat the class. So we don't want to carry over for here. We are everywhere on top social media at Lahor Talk Podcast. On YouTube, make sure say you like, you subscribe, you share it to everybody where you know, because this conversation we have today, it will get sense. We are also on Instagram at Lahor Talk Podcast. Even Twitter we did there at Lahor Talk Podcast.
Now, so it be also, I dey wait, may you talk. Because if you no talk, somebody could talk for you. My name is Vic Riches.
My name is Baby Sasa.
So I beg,
Talk.